13-293 State versus Jackie Wayne Foster. Sir, you on October 2nd, you entered a plea of guilty to these charges, and the court adjudged you guilty.
Your Honor, in this matter, I believe the only charge that remained was the actual possession of a firearm. The possession of defaced firearm and the domestic battery would have been all prost. It might not have happened yet, but that was the agreement.
He's correct.
When was this gentleman convicted of a felony?
1979, Your Honor.
That's correct.
Has he previously been convicted of possession of firearms by certain persons?
He was, Your Honor. I believe in 1995 he was previously convicted of felon in possession of a firearm. And it was actually in this court. He was charged by the Mountain Home Police Department, Your Honor, with possession. He was convicted of that charge with possession of a firearm.
Mr. Foster, a lot of people, where do you live at? Let me ask you that.
Clark Ridge.
Okay, out kind of in the country, so to speak.
Yes, sir.
A lot of people like to have a firearm, and if you can't have one, like you cannot have a firearm because you have a previous felony conviction, that sometimes makes you want one all the more. But sir, this is the last time that you can be convicted of this and not receive a harsh sentence.
Yes,
You've
sir.
got to get it in your head that you cannot have a firearm.
Yes,
You
sir.
don't even be near one. I'm going to sentence you to 6 years probation. I'm going to fine you $1,500. You're going to make payments at the rate of $75 per month. Beginning within 30 days, you'll make your payments to the Sheriff's Department. You'll pay $200 in court costs, a public defender fee of $200, a $250 DNA fee, a $20 booking fee. What else do we have?
Now, we would like the forfeiture of the firearms.
I'm going to forfeit the firearms.
They're listed in the affidavit.
Sir, I'm trying to be unduly harsh with you, but if you come before the court again, you'll probably be going to the penitentiary.
Yes, sir, I understand.
Well, it's best that you do.
Thank you very much, Your
And
Honor.
standard fines or cost and such.
I need to see probation.
13-122, Jacob Capel, and 1396, Jacob Capel. Mr. Capel, I'm looking at two police statements here. Have you gone over these documents?
Yes, Your Honor, I have.
Is this your signature on the police statement?
Yes, sir, it is.
You feel you understand what's set out in these documents?
I do.
You understand the charges against you and the range of penalty if you're convicted?
Yes, sir.
In case 13-122, are you pleading guilty to fleeing, a felony, possession of a controlled substance, a felony, speeding, reckless driving, and no seatbelt?
Yes, sir, I am.
In 13-96, are you pleading guilty to theft of property, a firearm, a felony, residential burglary, a felony, battery in the second, a felony, and theft of property, a misdemeanor?
Yes, sir.
As you've heard me tell others here today, when you plead guilty to a crime, you give up your right to an appeal, you give up your right to a trial. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Are you entering these pleas freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Other than what's been said out here in the police statement, have you been promised anything?
No, sir.
So you're just pleading to the court, is that not correct?
That's correct, sir.
That is correct, okay. All right. Are you entering pleas of guilty in these matters because you're in fact guilty?
Yes, sir, I am.
Do you know the factual basis offhand, or I can state?
13-122, Your Honor, that occurred on about May 15th of 2013. The Patrol Division of Baxter County Sheriff's Office got behind this gentleman and pursued him. And after they put on their blue lights, they tracked him going 112 and 55 mile an hour zones. They got behind him and traveled at speeds of 120 miles per hour. That is the basis for the fleeing charge. After this gentleman was taken into custody and charged with speeding and reckless driving for his speed and the no seatbelt, they would have found certain controlled substances in his vehicle Oxycontin. And that would be the basis of the fleeing charge, possession of controlled substance charge, and the traffic, remaining traffic. Because I guess he wasn't on receipt number at that time. Judge, in 1396, the theft of property charge and residential burglary and battery and misdemeanor thefts, those occur out of a home invasion that occurred on March 18th of 2013 at the home of a gentleman by the name of Warren Lee Douglas. This defendant, along with another gentleman by the name of Christian Blake Sisk, co-defendant, they would have entered the home of Mr. Douglas here in Baxter County, and they would have stolen a Walter PPK 380 pistol and a personal safe that contained items. The gun would be the felony theft of property. The safe and the items therein would be the misdemeanor property. It was during that time that the battery in the second degree, Mr. Luke Douglas was injured, and it is alleged by the state that this gentleman participated in that and struck Mr. Douglas while Mr. Sisk held him, although it was more of a three-way, which we don't really, we can't really slice that fine, but it's the assault on Mr. Douglas in his home. And that would form the basis of the battery and the second degree charge. The residential burglary would be the unlawful entry of his home. They were invited there, and then the theft occurred.
You heard what Mr. Chisholm said?
I heard.
Did you do these things?
Yes, sir.
What, did you? I mean, I don't want you to plead guilty if you didn't do it.
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay. Sir, at this time, I accept your pleas and adjudge you guilty in these cases. And was there,
Is the court going to require a pre-sentencing report?
it's my understanding he was going to be sentenced before Judge Webb. Do you want a pre-sentencing report?
I do.
Okay, court will order a pre-sentencing
I
report.
want the victims to have a safe.
Very well.
Your Honor, to give adequate time with a pre-sentencing report, we're going to ask that sentencing be set over until December the 11th.
Very well. Sentencing will be on December 11th. Probation shall prepare a pre-sentencing report.
Your Honor, does he need to meet with probation today?
You can ask them.